and direct. Listen, eyes looking red. Nah, they good. I'm goody like the mob. That part there. Let me boop, boop, put that there. Let me go here up here so I ain't got to be looking down so much. Get over here. It's good morning, gang. The good morning. Phil, man. Hey, Jay, man. Listen, he think it's a game. He really think it's a joke. He really think it's a joke. But I got something for her. Listen, they think it's a joke. They think it's a game. But it's all to the good. Let me pin that right there. Boop, boop. Night Riders in the building. Good morning, gang. Listen. Where we at? She can get on up. Okay, that's right there. Hit that right there. All right, all right, all right. Listen. Be Love will be in the building. Un momento with the por favor. Until then, listen. It's Friday. Good morning, gang. We in the building. Listen, it's Feel Good Fridays, and I'm feeling real good. Kind of frisky if you don't know. Pause. But I'm feeling good because I woke up this morning. I went to sleep late and woke up early, and I'm feeling refreshed like I never missed a step. That part, I'm looking like a little young woolly mammoth, but other than that, I'm feeling good. That part, listen. Oh, yeah, definitely do. Definitely get him hurt. Little do he know. Wayne Yami, get money, stay low. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. The channel's right there. If you're new to my channel here, right there. Come on over. I'm not using this yet, but be prepared. Some things about to change. Y'all about to see some upgrades and some interaction thing. Y'all be like, oh, what the hell Big Phil been doing behind the scenes? Watch me work. That part. Huh? We in the building. And you know, as you come through the door, you hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Boop. And while you at it, rear back with whatever, you left-handed or you right-handed? I'm left-handed. So you rear back, hit that notification bell. Bing! So you can be in the know anytime this channel, whether it be the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, Feel the Love Fridays, or anything else that I feel like dropping or popping off on the Big Phil Speaks channel, you being the first to know. That part there. Hey, Sabrina, we in here. That's a fact of Mundo. Des and D in the place to be. Super. Listen, Super Sleuth is his name. That's, man, he got a partner too called D, and they be like, yeah, I see what's going on, but they don't be knowing. They don't be knowing. The Watchmen, you already know what it is and where we at. The Watchmen. Producer Stephen X. Jones, what's going on? You in the building, Mr. J. Dot. We on that good YouTube. You know how it goes. We on that YouTube, J Bone. Come on over. Listen. What's goody like the mob, ladies and gentlemen? It's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful Friday. You know what I'm saying? Better than yesterday. Yesterday I woke up, went outside, tire was flat. I knew I had a little leak in the joint. I guess the joint went all the way through, so I had to get the mobile repair people to come on out and make it do what it does. I was like, damn man, but guess what? To whom is called, much is required. That part right there. DC Mumbo Sauce, the Uptown homies in the building. Top of the top. Dear burnt toast and coffee time. They don't know nothing about that, homie. They don't know nothing about that. Damn it. You took me back with that one. You hear me? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Listen, as you come through the door, wave the 4-4 and pop it off on that thumbs up. You hear me? We about to go up. We about to have a wonderful Friday. We're going to get your day going, whether you're off to going to work, whether you're getting off from work, whether you're just laying in the bed twiddling your thumbs, or if you in the bed rolling over trying to get you some. Put that on pause. Pause. You know what I'm talking about? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Your girl will be like, What you doing? Girl, was you lost your mind? It's the Good Morning Gang show. We can do this all day, but right now we need to be tuned in. Tell your girlfriends and them to come on through. I'm about to call the homies. Big Phil and Be Love about to turn up shit. Wait, that part right there is Friday. Who in the hell want birth? Dez is a famous radio jock from the DC area used to say that for their morning show. It's burnt toast and coffee time. Listen, Harold Melvin, if I'm not mistaken, not Harold Melvin, Harold Lindsay. Harold Lindsay. No, Melvin Lindsay. Melvin Lindsay. Melvin Lindsay is a DC radio thing, Daz. You got to know to understand. Listen, I'm getting a name all discombobulated. Matter of fact, R.I.P. to that legend, Melvin Lindsay, one of them ones. Burnt toast and coffee top. Bit my lip just now. God damn it. Was it David Haynes? David Haynes, not Melvin Lindsay. David Haynes. That part. Look, Night Rider. Listen, the lack of sleep is getting me. Yeah, hey, Mama Songs, y'all right. I'm hella wrong. Trina Pink. Hey, Trina Pink. TGI to the F. Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank good morning, gang, and good money, gang. You in the building for this Friday. No, don't thank us for that, because we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's all the man above got you in the door. Listen, we just going to take care of the rest while you're here. You understand me? Good morning to ye. The real China Dog, Star Diva, Nana K, King Skills, Royalty Lion. Y'all know what it is. YouTube. Get there. Stop bullshitting and waiting over here peeking. Come on over to the good YouTube. Uh-oh. Mrs. Ryder come through ready to ride it out. Uh-oh. What's goody like the mob? 20 bandana. Whoop. What's goody like the mob? We in the building. That part right there, Mrs. Ryder, GMG to the death of me. You hear me? Top of the top. That part. Stop capping. What you doing, capping? You checking for Miss Ryder? You checking for Mrs. Ryder? Let me find out. I see everything from my side of the camera. You hear me? Huh? I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling lovely. I'm feeling blessed. And nothing less, Mrs. Ryder, that part right there. Went to sleep late, up early, but feeling like I ain't missed not near beat. You hear me? That part. Darnell G in the place to be. Good morning, gang. Uh-oh. Guess who came through the door? Oh, Helen from them
Good
Jersey or New York
morning.
Island, wherever she's at. Big love. Look at her.
Right,
She
exactly.
looking refreshed. She looking all refreshed and greased up. She said, I got my extra. I mixed the beef grease with sea moss gel today, y'all. So I got that extra gleam
Not
and
be.
glow. I got that extra glow
Good
for this
morning.
Good Friday. Good
Good
morning
morning.
to ye.
Yes. Good morning, gang. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Phil? Happy
Everything
Friday.
is everything. How you doing on this wonderful Friday?
I am
Uh-oh.
great. And I am great. Thanks for asking. Good morning to everybody in the building. I always
J-Man.
like to see Phil do his welcoming when he, like without any interruption. So
What?
I've been watching y'all for a minute too. I do, cause thank you, Trina Pink, mwah, Miss Pink. I love her. Um, yeah, because you just you have such a good vibe, kind of getting everything started and kicked off. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and get this good vibe before I jump in.
Thank you. Rich said Philly
Yes.
cheesesteak for president. I'm waiting. We will from henceforth have a beef grease day every month.
Oh my
That's
God,
gonna be
exactly.
my running slogan. So Tracy T in the
Philly
place to be. Hey Tracy.
Tracy, good morning. I'm on my phone and not on my thing, so I can't see everybody in the room. But good morning to everyone.
What you?
Happy
Why you can't see it?
Friday.
You're not on your laptop.
Yeah, my laptop was slow. That's why I'm slow this morning. It's actually It's actually even right now it's rebooting itself. So I'm on the phone right now. But
See, that's what happened when you get a laptop from outside Charlotte
right from
on
Timu.
42nd Street.
When you
From
get it from Timu,
Team
a whole laptop is
seven
$4.99.
ninety nine. $7.99. We ain't not talking about 700 either.
$7.99.
$7.99 for the first few buyers. Look. Good morning to you, Renee. Hey, Miss Renee. Good morning
So,
to you.
hey, Nay. Good morning. Good morning. Um, so yeah, I'm in super just computers acting up mode, but it's okay. It's Feel Good
It's all right.
Friday. I feel
That part.
good. You
That
feel
part.
good. We all here. Life is great.
You look like you
What's
gleaming
happening?
though. I'm trying to find out. It's Feel Good Friday. I'm trying to find out what got you looking like you feeling good this morning. What's been going on, B Love?
Pons and cold cream. I just put
You
on
said,
some
huh?
Pons and some SPF.
Pawns don't do that. Pawns don't do that.
Yes, it does.
Pawns
Yes, it
Pawns give you a
does.
little oomph. It give you a little
Pons.
oomph. You look like the sun just said,
I wish. I wish. I need some sun, but no, not
no,
at
you said I need some.
all.
What?
Sun. I need some sun.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
when I was in Florida last week, I did get out to a friend of mine lives by this. I don't know if y'all know. So they're building these properties now with their like own water park, and they call them a lagoon. And it's
Okay.
basically a big ass pool pond, like it's a pool. But it's humongous, and they have swimming, like they have a swim up bar. It's really cool. And it was funny
Florida.
because she said, yeah, Florida. She said to me, be careful with this sun because it wasn't that sunny out. Like it wasn't really super hot. It was like a nice kind of 80s day. She was like, be careful because the sun reflects off of the water
The water. Yeah, I was
and
gonna
you
say
can
that.
get burned. And so I didn't get burned, but I did get a little tan, and I was really surprised. I'm like, this sun is quite vicious. The sun is
It's
like one of the
the water's
biggest
like
scammers out here.
a reflector, which you know how you see them ladies laying back with the big old reflected jump. That's what it
Those
do.
pins thing, yes. Remember those?
With it being in Florida though, is it totally outside this thing? Because
Hmm.
you know Florida got problems with gators, with alligators. So how do they maintain not allowing them to get into that area or whatever? Or is it a part of Florida that the alligators don't
Well,
frequent?
no, there's still gators, but the way that they built it, it's just like a pool, the way you would build any pool. It's
Okay,
gated around it. So
okay,
I wouldn't be
okay.
surprised if those gators are getting gangster. Did you read about the one that knocked on the man's door and then when he opened it, he bit his ass? Like these
Nah,
animals, yeah. So
like
it was
hold
a
up,
gator.
smell.
Right. I need
Let me
some
in,
breakfast.
child.
You got coffee?
Amazon delivery. I told your ass over that door sooner. Hey,
Exactly.
Daz, what you talking about? I'm going to Florida. What you
So,
talking about, Daz?
grabbing, listen, don't be trying to,
Hey, Keisha Hall, you know you can have
I cannot
yourself a
see the picture.
ball if your assets are in order. Young Dreads,
Hold
good
on.
money gang. I do got some friends in Florida though, Daz, but I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking.
I don't know what you're talking either. I'm not even in the comments and I don't have to and I don't have to guess, but yeah, got a little something
Don't
there.
even
But other
guess.
than
Look,
that,
look, look.
no, I just don't go to okay.
Just let it
I just
right.
got a little
Just
more.
let it go out the window because he's
Okay.
reaching. He's reaching.
As
Am I
always.
still holding Freak Fest 23 barbecue in VA this summer? I don't know nothing
But
about no
not
Freak Fest. I don't know
not the
nothing
new
about.
freak meat.
Nah.
Phil, you planted a
Oh,
new freak
Harry. Good
meat?
morning. No, 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 no.
Harry.
Listen, although they were fun events, that's a lot to want to manage. That's a lot to want to try to put together.
Put together.
I would rather put together a whole event at Madison Square Garden than do that. I
Wow,
would rather
really?
do that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because at least with Madison Square Garden, most of the variables are contained to one area in
Right.
that
You got
building. Yes, you got your
transportation.
security,
Yeah.
concessions, talent, da da da. With Freaknik, it was spread out. and to try to control and or oversee all that can be a lot, and
Right.
the liability is a lot greater because of the the mass amount of people that's outside doing whatever they do.
Yeah, I've never
But
been a freak neek, so all I
pajama
got to
party
say,
is definitely coming. I have not forgot about y'all with that. I have not. I'm
yeah,
really like real close with
by the
locking in the.
time you get it done, it's gonna be a lingerie party. You ain't even gonna be able to wear pajamas. It's gonna be too damn
Listen,
hot.
listen,
Is that the purpose?
lingerie, lingerie, pajamas, whatever you call, whatever you sleep in. It's all right. It's all right.
Some people sleep in nothing. Phil really trying to get the
I was
modern
about to
day
say,
freak
long as you
meat
don't
going.
come bucky naked, long as you don't come fully bucky naked, you all right. We're not having a hedonism orgy. We're not doing that. Nah, we're not done. What you,
Have you ever been to hedonism? Speaking of,
you know what's funny? Some folks invited me to go some years back. I didn't know what it was at first, but then when I started reading up on it, I was like, what? I said, you playing. Nah, you can't be real. And then it's three. It's hedonism 1, 2, and 3.
mhm,
The levels as they get higher, the
it's the
freakiness gets
freakier
deeper
shit.
and more intense. Like 1 is like on a new beach where things could possibly happen. 2 and 3, that's where you liable to see all kinds of things going on 24/7. Like being in one big ass swinger party outside, inside and outside. But
Do they
no,
make you take like a STD test before you
I don't know because
participate in
I
these
didn't
events?
I ain't looked that deep in it. It's been some years, but I ain't looked that deep in it. To needless to say, I didn't go. Listen, I love Pooh 9020, but I'm a little bit more selective than that. To just be going around here just slang-a-langing it all over the place to whoever and everybody. Can't do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good.
That
I just
part. I don't be slipping with nothing, Daz. I don't know what you talking.
right, right. For real. We be definitely Phil definitely be letting the slip show sometimes. That's why I be
What?
telling him, I'm gonna need you to pull that
I be
skirt down,
letting what?
please.
What am I? How am I slipping? How am I
The
slipping?
slip show sometimes. Cause
How? How I'm
listen,
slipping?
I am pretty sure that there is someone in this chat that has some
Nah, don't
tea
try to
on your
defer.
ass that will
Don't
get
try
it
to
started.
defer to
I'm
see
just
what it
not trying to
is.
put nothing out there. I'm
No,
not
no.
trying to
B
put
Love is
anything
trying to
out there.
defer and see if somebody come with something juicy so she can run with it.
I am not. I promise. I actually feel bad sometimes if they be getting on you so bad. I'm like,
they
damn, leave
can't
Phil
get
alone.
they can't get on. They can't get on a giant. I'm too tall. They might get on a toenail or something. You know what I'm saying, on an ankle, but they can't. You know what I'm saying?
Little flick, little flick.
Yeah, like flick up. You get off. Flick up.
Man. So what did a Friday have? So what do you have going on? You know, we got some news we're gonna talk about. Tonight is Feel the Love Fridays with Big
Which will
Phil
be
and the
taking place.
yeah, and the beautiful evolution. You know,
Brooklyn.
it's kind of like hedonism on YouTube.
No, no, no. It ain't that bad. Look.
Level one.
It's
Level
spicy.
one.
1, okay, 1. I give you
Level
that.
one.
1, like
Level
nudist
one.
beach type of. Yeah, it's spicy
Right.
though. It turns up.
Do you feel comfortable going to like a nudist beach? Because every time I go there, I'm always like, oh, so that's what we're doing? There's no clothes on?
Hold
Like,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Stay there. You said every time I go to one.
well, I've only been there. I haven't been to one that I've known that it was a nudist beach. There are parts of some beaches where you can be nude. So you'll be just
So,
walking down the beach, and then I'm like, oh, so that's what we're doing, just wearing no
so
clothes.
co-host,
Like,
so co-host. Did you did you say I'm here at the party? I might as well dress as the natives.
these clothes are staying on. This bathing suit is staying all the way on. We got tape to make sure it don't come off.
Damn it.
I need to be
Now,
cut
what was
out of
your
that
original
bad boy.
question? Though, what was your original question?
Have you, when you go to a beach, if you see like nudists, does it make you feel uncomfortable, or are you more like, hey, to each his own?
A little of both, depending on what it is I see. Depending on what it is I see. Now, one time I was in Hawaii. Man, I don't know what was up with these ladies. It was like a group of five of them. They had on bottoms, but they took their tops off and was walking around like that was what was supposed to happen. It was on Waikiki Beach. What the fuck? Sorry about that. It was on Waikiki Beach, and that's damn sure not a nudist beach by a little bit. But I was like, oh my goodness. It was a good sight, but it was like, what the figgity are they on? Like what
You
type
said
of
it was a
it was a
it's
good
like
sight,
something to look at, but why?
It was like, okay. And I was with somebody, so I couldn't look long. I just had to boop, boop, get my little quick
Right.
boop, boop, my little ticket. I was like, oh God damn it. Look, you see that? You see that boat out there in the water? You
Right.
see look at
The
that
big
surfer.
white
He
one.
look like a shark fin out there by him. Not looking over there no more.
You know we
Listen.
already peeped it. Be like, okay, how long was that look? It had to be no less
Oh,
than
I
five
listen.
seconds or less.
I'm very how can I say? I am very respectful when it comes to whoever I'm dating, seeing, whatever. I like I said, it's human nature to look. You're gonna look,
Yeah,
but in a millisecond, I can look and got it all and have it all in, and I'm good. I'm not one of the
right.
ones that have to be like, I don't have to do that.
Gawking.
And
Yeah,
that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I wouldn't do that. But I'm like, of course you're gonna look. And what's crazy, depending on who you with, they might say, look at that there. Look what they doing. And it gives you an extra reason to look for a second, but
reason look.
you still gotta, oh, that ain't man, what they doing? Oh, why
Right.
that ain't nothing. Girl,
No, but
you still, yeah. And keep it pushing. Because if you say the wrong thing, and if you with the
you don't
wrong
ruin the
one, it's
night.
gonna be Tornado Alley. Look, gonna be an alligator at your door knocking. It's gonna bite that ass. Hey, Mama saw
For real.
that part right there, and they was nice. I, yeah, feel good
Right.
Friday. Feel good
Well,
Friday.
you know what I find interesting about going like to the pool or to the beach today is that we were growing up, we had some I don't know if I want to use the word discernment, but I think we were definitely more like that's funny. Um we were more like conscious. Let me say that. We were more conscious about what we put out there, what you could see, what you can't see. Um and so like for instance, um back in the day, girls would wear like a t-shirt if they didn't feel comfortable with their body, or you know what I'm saying, some shorts. Like today, like even when we were in Florida, right? I wasn't exactly prepared to go to the pool. Like I thought when my girlfriend invited me out, she was like, "We're gonna go to Epperson, we're gonna go have some drinks," right? So I'm like, okay. So I had on a little summer dress, some sandals. As I'm walking out the door, she's like, "Don't forget to bring a bathing suit." So I only had one bathing suit that's at where I was, at in Florida, and that's only
Mm-hmm.
because I really didn't pack like that. But the bathing suit that I had wasn't the bathing suit that I thought I had. The bathing suit that I had was more like it showed more skin. The bathing suit that I thought I had was like a full body. It's still nice, but it has a,
You knew what
it's
you
more
had.
it's more coverage. So I get out there and I'm like, okay, I put the bait. I'm like, okay, let me go buy a t-shirt because I can't be out here. I'm a grandma, like I'm a G-ma, like you have some
Don't let
respect
that
for
be the
yourself.
reason. Don't let that be the. You was on cougar mode. You was like, I'm about to, yeah, turn
Oh
some
no,
heads.
definitely not cougar mode. But then I get out there and everybody's in bathing suits. All the women are in bathing suits. Nobody cares. There's cellulite. There's chichos. There's what chichos are. It's, love handles. There's
Let fou
everything
pas.
out there. There's the fupas, and nobody cared. Even my girlfriend, who's a little on the heavier side, she's out there with no cover up. She was out there like she was a Sports Illustrated model, honey.
Like,
And I'm just sitting there
hey,
like,
I'm here. Love me.
see me, love me. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I should just do my own thing. So ultimately, I wound up, not like just being comfortable in my own
You was
bathing suit,
like,
which I was the hell with it. It's fupa and cellies all out here today. I ain't got nobody out here to impress. But I just find it interesting because how we were just so raised to be so aware of things. Like when you think about it, did they even matter? Do they matter? Like, does beach or pool decorum matter? And I'm not talking about straight up. You have some dental floss off your up your butt, and you know what I'm saying, barely covering your nipples. I'm talking about straight up, like, you know what I'm saying,
I
right?
think that it should. I think that it should, but I think that it don't with a lot of people these days. Like you said, a lot more people are free. A lot more people are confident and overconfident in themselves, as opposed to years ago. There was a more thing of covering up, and some people suffer from lack of confidence, et cetera, or self esteem or whatever, um, or just purity, just wanting to cover up. You have a
Right.
lot of more it was uninhibitedness or whatever these days. Like you said, people walking around, they like, you gonna like it, love it. If not, you still gonna see it. And I'm here, I am who I am, male or female at that. And mm, sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's not such a good thing. It all
And then that's
depends on.
the other question. Do you say anything, like, when you know it doesn't look okay? Some part of me is just like, the hell with it. If that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Do you? And then
Do
there's another
you?
part of me that's like, girl, you really want that out the house and your man lets you? Or your friends let you? Like, it just doesn't look right. I'm like, I have been that friend. I'm that friend who'll be like, do you have another bathing suit? Like, or this is my favorite go-to. I usually have 3 or 4 bathing suits, so I'll be like, "Girl, I got the suit just for you. Hold on, let me get into this suitcase. Here you go. Try this on." And they'll be like,
We'll
I'll be
be
like,
fine.
"Try it on. I got you." That's me. That is me all day, every day. I'm not going to um make you feel away, but I'm like, I need. Oh, sorry.
Did you mean to change your
I
setup?
truly say I'm your friend, huh?
Whatever you did, you
Myself
choppy now.
on my laptop.
Whatever you on now,
Hear
you
me?
choppy. You choppy. Nikki, good morning, Nikki. If you can hear me, be love, I guess you need to go back to where you was at, because wherever you at now, whatever you on, got that Wi-Fi.
Hear me
Don't
now?
got Wi-Fi, got the Wi-Fi.
I can hear you. Oh, it's not the Wi-Fi. It's my laptop for some reason. He acting up today. Keisha Hall said her son's. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. You
Can
good?
you guys hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. It's
If you can hear me, you might want to go back to your phone and just have your
you don't
laptop.
want to
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
for the news.
If you can hear
Yeah.
me, you might want to go back to your phone and just have your laptop up so you can see the chat and all that. Because your Wi-Fi is like er, 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 er.
I got you.
RW, good morning. A little technical difficulty, but nothing that we can't handle. All day. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Everything's everything, RW. That part. Hey, Jug, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Maybe she had to do more than I thought she did. But listen, yeah, on them beaches, they be showing up and showing out. Like she said, back in the days, and we're not talking about long, long ago neither. a lot of ladies wanted to put the t-shirts on, the longer t-shirts on. Fellas that might not necessarily had the right build kept a little t-shirt on or something, or stank top or something. Now everybody saying figgity that. I'm letting it all hang out, whether they're proportionally built right or they built like something else. They like, listen, you gonna see me, you gonna like me, you gonna love me, and if not, you gonna see me anyway. Good morning, good morning. There she go, there she go, there she go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear
He's
me?
back. I can hear
There
you
you
now.
go.
Sorry, guys.
You
I,
good.
I always I always like to read the news from the phone, but I guess that's just not working today.
Listen, you got the look, you get to see it in bigger letters if you do it on your laptop. Look.
I know, but
It's
it's
like,
different
okay,
news.
A, B, C, D,
Need the big
B
glasses.
of Greece,
Not BF Green.
TGIF, and I got B Grease on me.
Oh no.
I'm playing. I'm
Oh, this is the
playing.
adult alphabet. But good, you was you was saying.
I don't even. Oh, I was saying, I was concurring with what you were saying about years ago. Not too many years ago at that. People covered up more. Was more conservative or more conscious of how they look. You know, out in places like the beach and stuff like that. Nowadays, I was saying it don't matter the body type or nothing. They like you gonna like it, you gonna love it, and if not, you still gonna see it. And I'm good with me, and you better be good with it too.
Yes, exactly. I appreciate the see me, love me. Um, but sometimes I don't want to see it. But I love you. I love you, but I don't want to see it. This is all I'm saying. And I guess I
Sometimes
could just
it be like that. Trill was goody
turn.
like the mob. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube channel right there.
So as y'all know, we about to get into these news stories. Good morning, y'all. Oh, for real, I love it. I really don't want to see it. We about to
I
get
don't
into
know,
these
B
news
Love.
stories, guys. I don't want to see it. Even with the men, it's like when you see a man, and now I know how women feel with the whole transgender thing when they're saying, they don't want to see, they don't want to be in a locker room and see this guy walking around with his stuff all over. I'll be on the beach. I'm like, sir, can you please put that little thing away? Like, why do you think it's okay to be out here showing your peanut? It's not okay. But then on the other side, if
B
it was the
Love like
other
that.
way, I would be like, oh, I would be doing a Phil 5 second glance, what that is. But I would still say, you need to put that sucker away. Like, what are we
No, you
doing?
would. You be like, I'm looking at my phone whole time. She got her camera going.
Be like, what that is? What that is over there?
you know,
Oh, we gonna talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Make sure you put it in the comments. But there is again so much going on, all over the world, and I want to talk about it because that's what we do. We come up here and we talk ish, and
that
and
part.
we make people laugh and we make people feel good, and hopefully we never make y'all feel bad. Um, it's never our intention, but thing I wanted to start off with is so they're supposed to be so truckers now are talking about um no longer pulling their trucks into Florida to protest this bill that DeSantis passed regarding the whole migrants who are unable to work unless they have their papers. And so, how I always say, what can we do? It feels like all of these things happen and we don't really have control over it. But what can we do? And I will say that if a bunch of truckers decided that they didn't want to start pulling supplies like food and all of the things that we need into Florida, the havoc that that would kind of create, because there's not enough truck drivers as is. It's not easy to become a truck driver. It's not easy to get your CDL license. It really isn't. that being said, that would mean that everything would go up in cost. There would be a shortage of those things. And it kind of creates this third world country kind of situation right there in Florida. I
Mm.
don't believe that that was DeSantis's goal, but do y'all think that and I'm asking you guys, should they protest in that way? Because we got to start making a stand for something. And how do we do it? Because our voices are not being heard. What are your thoughts?
I know.
Sorry to keep coming up.
I think it's a double-edged sword because you got some truckers that complain about the way that some immigrants, whether they're legal or illegal, how they operate in the trucking side of the industry, because they'll get three or four of them, put them in a truck, and they'll run nonstop 24/7. You know how a truck driver can only drive certain hours of the day, and they have to stop and be done for the day. They'll have it to where it's almost like they're on a road trip. They're on a road trip, and that they'll switch drivers and keep going,
Right,
and which kind of beats out certain other trucking companies and their drivers because they might have one, maybe two operators or that are on their trucks. So the dynamic of what's going on in Florida is interesting to see if people would really support them or whatever. Now you do have to. The bigger scope of it, you is a case where you should stand up because what happens to them will one day affect you in another way. And if
right,
they're, so it'll be interesting to watch to see where it goes. But DeSantis is a different type of animal when it comes
right.
to a lot of things.
And that's the only reason I'm bringing up Florida is because what I'm hoping is that it'll spark a conversation in other parts of the country where
No,
people are
no,
make
he's trying to
taking a
be funny.
stand.
He's trying to be funny.
Oh Lord.
He's trying to be
Oh.
funny.
Well, let me go with mine. But I'm hoping that it sparks a conversation or these kind of movements in other parts of the country because, again, we feel powerless sometimes. And it's like we do have power to do something. So, I hope, and because there's also talk about the kids and the professors walking out of classes, and they're basically finding different ways to use their voice. They don't have a trained
Really?
platform that they can jump on. So, yeah, a lot of people really are not okay with this bill, and he is getting ready to allegedly announce his presidential run in 2 weeks. DeSantis does want to be the Republican nominee
Lord.
in the presidential race, which would be extremely scary. It would be extremely scary. But
Judge says that it doesn't affect other truckers. Okay.
yeah. Um I really hope that, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, but I wanted to bring it up because, I don't know if anybody here is a trucker. Mm-hmm. See?
I'm looking up a news story, Keisha Hall, for the
Yeah,
benefit of
right.
y'all. That's what I was doing.
So what's
That's
the
all.
next news story? What you want to talk about?
I almost said something.
What you want to talk about? A pajama jammy jam? What you want to talk
No,
about?
no. People send me stories, and somebody sent me a news clip, and I was trying to find it real quick, just in case I could send it to you and you could look at it. That's what it was. But that was
Okay.
it. That
What was
was
the
it.
story? What's the
I couldn't
story? I can
remember.
always look it
I
up.
couldn't
What's
remember.
the
I looked at it last night, but I couldn't remember what it was about. But it was something you said that jogged. Go to your phone, find the story, send it to Be Love. That's what it was. But I can't even remember who sent it to me. So I'm like,
Okay.
what you mean?
Um,
Okay.
in other news, so apparently last night there was a 2.2 magnitude earthquake in New York. Fox Weather confirmed to the Post, leaving many around the city jostled awake by the tremors. The quake hit south of Hastings on Hudson in Westchester County around 2 a.m. Des, did you feel anything over there?
In New
I
York,
mean,
what?
it's up in, yeah. While the
Uh,
rumblings seem to be concentrated in White Plains, Yonkers, and parts of Northeast Jersey, according to Fox meteorologists, there were no immediate reports of damage. One resident claimed to have felt the minor earthquake as far away as Danbury, Connecticut, according to the state United States Geological Survey. In the past year, we've had earthquakes, hurricanes, because I think there was a hurricane last year in New York, tornado. I'm like, as a New Yorker, I've never experienced any of this. The biggest thing we've ever experienced in terms of weather was maybe 25 inches of snow, where it was just like you know what I'm saying? You had to, but other than that, things like hurricanes, things like earthquakes, things like that were not things that we normally would experience. So it's a little wild to me that we're in this place where we're experiencing these types of things. I didn't feel anything. I'm in Northeast Jersey right now. I didn't feel anything. Did anybody feel any kind of tremor last night in the
You know it was
NYC?
crazy. You know it was crazy. Back in 2010, 2011, Virginia had an earthquake, and I was like, "Hold up!" I said, "I know this ain't what I think it is." Till it got a little bit stronger. I said, "Well, I'll be damned," because I've never heard of no earthquakes in the DC area. I did my Googles later on and found out they had some like many years ago. But being as though I stayed in California, I knew exactly what was going on, and I remember my ex mother in law. She came down the stairs like she's about to have a panic attack. I said, "Calm down, go get go calmly grab my daughter because she was upstairs with my baby daughter with my youngest daughter, and she was a baby
Right.
at the time. Grab her, come on down, let's walk down, walk out, da 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 da." But she looked like she was about to like have a whole heart attack because she didn't know what was going on. I said, "It's an earthquake. Come on, let's what you call it." It was just, I said, "God damn it."
Yeah, and California experiences that. So let me tell you, I'm such a chicken for stuff like that. If I'm in a situation where I'm in an earthquake type, I might be a screamer. I might be that, oh shit, what do we do? Like, I don't know. I really think of myself as a calm person, but I kind of feel like I would be freaked out because, again, as a New Yorker, there's things that I've never experienced before. I don't want to. I never want to be like, oh yeah, I experienced a 6.0 earthquake. No, thank you. Oh, I experienced a whole tornado. I'm good. Like, I don't need to experience those things at all. So, I'm like, but we're in a place where you just really never know. And so I don't know what to tell you to do, guys. But, if anybody did feel anything,
Good
let us
morning.
know. I'm for real a chicken. I listen, I don't have the time or the patience to be out here trying to figure out what to do. What do you do? Run? Where? I don't know. This, you know. Do y'all remember when they used to have well, they still have the fallout shelters. But remember they used to let us know that there was a fallout shelter. So in case of any kind of like bomb, there was places for you to go. Do you know where your local fallout shelter is, Phil? Because it ain't in Texas, Florida, or LA.
Who's it? What's LA?
I don't know. I just felt like it was out
Like
there before.
you
It's a
freestyling.
place. It's a place.
Now when I was younger, they used to teach you about fallout shelters and all that
Hmm.
many years ago. But I don't even know where one exists at now to to
Even think to
take a
go.
family to or run to or whatever. Um, I would say try to get as fast as you can, close to 300 miles outside of a major city where it would be a likely target. I would say that much. But other than that, to actually know a facility or place, I don't know. That would be good to know though.
Wait, you said how
I
many miles away
agree.
from the city?
300. They used to say 300 miles from the epicenter, wherever, because the blowback or whatever, when it hits and when it spreads
Hmm.
out, they said that a safe distance should be like 300 miles out away from wherever the target is or whatever. That's what they used to say.
See,
They got upgraded bombs and things now. It might be worse than that. Who knows?
so when my dad was here a few months ago, right, he's really great at this. He was in the military for many years, 23 years to be exact. And we were talking about this because he used to teach me Happy Beef Grease Friday, Watchman. Good morning. He used to teach me about the bomb shelters, right? And there's still a certain, we were talking about it while he was here because there's these group of buildings in Flushing where there's bomb shelters. So what he explained to me is bomb shelters are really like, even underneath the buildings where there's laundry rooms. Those buildings, the basements of those buildings have been super fortified in case of a
Fortified.
bomb. He said, but Bernie, he was like, if a bomb ever drops, he was like, I'm just gonna tell you what to do. He was like, I'm gonna do you a favor. He was like,
So I'm gonna do
instead
you a
of
favor.
going into yeah, he said, I'm gonna do you a favor because everybody gets into survival mode. That's what he said. He said, everybody, he was like, if a bomb ever comes, he was like, open your legs, Bend down and kiss your own ass goodbye and let yourself die.
Damn
Like
man,
what?
like
I
he
said,
like it's
damn,
over,
Dad,
champ. Like,
it's over. He said, even if you were to survive in any kind of space, by the time you come out, there's nothing going to be livable anymore. You won't be able to eat. You won't be able to drink anything. You won't be able to survive in that air. He was like, so why avoid the inevitable? Just crisp up like a little cake and just keep it moving. Yeah, I was done. I'm like, Dad, I don't know about this advice. It doesn't sound very promising. He was like,
right, just
no,
don't kiss yourself goodbye.
kiss
It's
your
over.
ass goodbye.
No hope for tomorrow. No I Am Legend. No what's that other show? The Last of Us. None of that.
None of that. There is none of that.
We have somebody in the back office that wants to come up and
Come
put his
on
ones
in.
and twos in.
Is it Harry?
No, no,
King
Good
Light
morning,
Mo.
good
skinned
morning.
people. Good morning,
Morning,
light skinned folks. Y'all, it's real sunny in this piece.
listen, you blending right in right now.
It's
You in
real sunny,
the shades
nah,
of blue.
man. It's real sunny. Look at this shit.
I got a whole 10. What you mean? What
10
you
win.
mean then?
10 win. Hey, yo, I'm at work, so I was listening. Phil,
Yeah, yeah.
the crowd is not mature enough to bring back Freak Meat, Greek Fest, or any of that. These young
That's a
kids are
fact.
not mature enough to deal with what we dealt with. I've been to Freak Meet a
That's
million
a fact.
times. I've been to Greek Fest a million times. I've been to Brain Fest. If y'all know what Brain Fest is,
I don't.
y'all don't, y'all don't know what Brain Fest is.
I'll let Mo handle that
No.
one. Pause.
Brain Fest is a strip.
I mean, I could do one and one is two, but I'm just saying.
Okay, back in the days, they used to have annual Brain Fest. It was a big strip club. They closed the doors at 1 o'clock. And inside the club, while you partying, anything goes.
Oh.
So it used to be called Brain Fest. And then they used to have fellatio competitions on stage. The girls, the strippers used to bring guys on stage and they have a competition to give a head. Brain Fest was
So it
like
was
the
a
dope.
it was basically like a class.
Yo, Brain Fest. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Brain
Yes.
Fest was one of the dopest events in the world. If you
So
ain't
what
never
was
lived
you a
it,
participant? Was you a participant
Wow.
though?
I was young. Listen, I was young and dumb and full of cum. I did a lot. Why wouldn't I, Phil?
Have at it.
That's why I met the porn star Menage 12 from California. Salute to her. Hey, homegirl. Love her. Janet Jack
Oh
me.
my
Oh, listen. Janet Jack me. Ebony. Who was there? Buffy used to be there.
Buffy.
Um,
What?
Anybody you can name, son, used to participate in the Brain Fest because they used to get paid. So, so
So
that
what was
was
the
back
Brain
in.
Fest performance going? What did that run? Like what when you say they got paid, what did they get paid?
It was like to get in the Brain Fest is like $100 a ticket. Imagine you got a whole club full of guys and girls. It was like a
Wait,
big.
were the women getting brain too, or was it just the men?
Yeah, the weirdo dudes, they eat strippers out and stuff. Yeah, they did that.
Oh,
She
it
said,
sounds
You
like
got
"Ooh,
something
some
I
woo."
guys
want
that
anything to do with.
you
Want
got
nothing
guys
to
that
do
go
with
to the
it.
strip club and just. You got some guys now go to the strip club and just eat a stripper out and watch you on stage. So they got the
Oh,
yeah.
there was a video that leaked of Dave Hollister back in the days, and he was going
Listen, that was
ham.
the thing back in the days, yo. You used to have sex in the strip club and especially the closed door underground clubs.
That's a fact.
Every
That's
so
a
I take
fact.
it
man,
that there were no STDs tests
bro,
that were
use
being taken
condoms. Whoever
before
got
the
whoever caught listen, whoever caught son, that's their damn business. If you ain't use a condom, you was a fool.
You out here
No,
passing
the
stuff
hold on.
around.
Some of the dancers used to give head with no condom, but a lot of them women they used to suck with condoms and fuck with condoms. They wouldn't play it. But you had the nasty ones that sit there and
Did
got
whatever.
two or three
This
niggas in
is a
their hand
lot.
and did whatever for the bread. So
This is a lot right now. This is wait. This is
yo,
a
Oh,
you
road
guys
show.
sound like
Whoa,
y'all now. You wasn't outside.
whoa.
Stop, wait, what's your name again? Light
V
skin.
Love, V
V
Love.
Love. Stop acting like you wasn't outside.
My name is
Outside.
V Love, and I'm
You
trying to
from
be love
Queens,
right
right?
now. Huh?
Wait, you from Queens, right?
Yeah.
You had a couple of freaky episodes in your life, yo.
Oh yeah, in my life, but they weren't at the strip club and they weren't on the stage. There for
Even if
sure
it
weren't
wasn't on
any
stage,
threesomes. Let me tell you something. The only
she was
threesome
at
I've ever
hedonism.
had, the only threesome I've ever had, I have two kinds of threesomes. Ready? I've had a menage with Tito's and Casamigos, and I've
nah,
had a
Boo.
menage with Jimmy Choo
she full
and
of
Manolo
doo
Blahnik.
Boo.
That's the only
She
threesomes
full
I've
of. So
had.
you ain't that. Look, look, look,
Which
look.
one
What
am I
part of wait?
doing?
What part of Queens you from?
It don't matter. It's not a Queens thing. It's a B thing.
Nah, I
A
just want
B
to ask
don't
a
get
question
down.
because you trying to tell me, right? You ain't never get it in the park
No, I
when
ain't
you was
never get
young.
it. No, I never got it in the park. You know why? I was always
Queens
afraid
is
of
full of
getting
your
caught.
Phil. Queens is full of parks, right?
They are.
Everybody
They
used to get their
are.
back bent in the park.
J-Man said,
Doing it
boo.
in the park. Doing it back
Everybody in
up.
Queens, from Roy Wilkins to Baisley to Gerd, look, they was getting their backs blown down in the park.
I wasn't getting my back blown out in the park. Are you crazy? I was always afraid of getting A, caught, B, being that chick. You know how you always like this when you go to like work retreats and there's always that one sloppy chick that drinks too much and gets it in with another coworker. I ain't never want to be her. I never wanted to be that girl who's like, yeah, you know, B, she was the one that got bent over in the park. You remember her? No, I don't never want to be
So
that girl.
you was a quiet one. You used to do it on
I
the
was,
low.
yes. There would
Hmm.
be no pictures of Freak Meek of
No
with me
pictures, but you
in
used
my
to get
cell.
it.
I
Wait,
was,
wait, wait, wait. You wasn't innocent though. You wasn't innocent, right?
I wasn't innocent. I
But you used
wasn't
to be you
innocent.
the
I'm just saying
quiet
I do
one.
my dirt on the low.
Look, my
Yeah, she
eyes
was
got
your
big because
Phil.
That's
my
all.
threesomes in
Your
my whole
Phil.
life. Um,
Your Phil. She was the
Everybody
one
was
that
like,
you
"We're who?"
look, you she was the one that you walk past in school and you just give her that eye and she know where to meet you. Nobody know.
I
Yeah,
had
that's her.
spots. Had them
Exactly.
spots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Yeah, you give her that eye and she know where to meet you. What part of the locker to meet you at? Let's go.
Exactly. Would lock me
See, I
exactly,
knew
but
it.
it was not happening. It was not happening in the park. It was not happening to freak me
So
for sure.
where is the
I
freaky where's the freakiest place you ever did it?
I don't know if I would call it freaky. I think it was just a place. I think
Yeah, I said
probably
freakiest
the
place.
most probably the most exposed I would have been is in a restaurant bathroom.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that's the only place that.
Okay.
And I was
Okay, yeah, I
full
did it. I've done that.
grown,
Okay. Okay.
but other than that, I don't, there ain't no
So
alley
never in
for
the movie
me.
theater? You ain't never in the movie theater give head or nothing?
Nope, not
How
City
about in a
Field.
car driving? You did it in a car driving, right?
I mean, a car is not freaky to me. The beach is
Oh,
not
okay, yeah, yeah,
freaky.
yeah.
Those are not freaky.
Okay, be
Now,
love. All right.
when you got to be looking over your shoulder,
Yo, no, the illest
you
shit is on the beach 'cause
can't
I
even
grew
enjoy
up in
it.
Coney Island. The
But
lifeguard chair at night was life. The high lifeguard chair, butt naked,
oh my god,
that was life
Pause.
at
butt
night.
naked.
Butt naked at life. If you ain't
I
never
don't
do it
know.
on
I
the
never got
lifeguard
on one.
chair on the beach at night, you ain't never do it.
I was always
We
afraid
ain't
of
give a
getting
fuck who
caught.
walked past. We ain't
I
care.
was afraid of the po coming through with the lights. What y'all doing up in
Man,
here?
they
You
be
about to
alright.
get a ticket?
Yo, they used to catch us mad. Police used to catch us all the time under the boardwalk in Coney Island. What y'all kids
Mhm.
doing down there? Pulling up our pants like, mind your
Nothing.
business. Y'all get out of
Nothing.
here.
I,
Y'all get they perverts, so they put the lights on you. They want to see the girl body. Y'all get out of here. Yo, get out of here.
Look, they looking like, what y'all doing? What you
Yeah,
doing,
with their
girl? Put
flat,
your
you
clothes
shining
on.
right on her titties, on her ass. Talking about
Right.
what you ain't shining on you. They shining right on her titties, like the light goes straight on her titties. What y'all
Your
doing? Then
parents will
shaking it
be
up and
ashamed of
down.
you. Exactly. Your parents will be ashamed of you, young girl.
Nah.
Go
Yeah,
home.
you ever got caught by your parents?
No, God, I would be
Not my
mortified. I'm
parents.
Yo,
no,
By girls'
we
parents.
not
By
mine
girls'
either.
parents.
we used to play hooky, right? My aunt raised me. Her husband used
Remember,
to
we on
see.
YouTube,
Right,
boys. You
say
talking?
this for the
We on
No, no, I'm
YouTube.
not
people.
You
gonna say
talking?
nothing explicit. I'm not, because I know y'all light skinned. Listen, light skinned people are sensitive, so I know how
No, that
to.
monetization sensitiveness.
So what I
Right.
used to do, I used to bring girls home. My aunt and her husband is at work. I used to bring girls home, and my little brother, he used to play hooky too. So while I'm having sex, can I say sex on YouTube?
Sure.
I used to pull the cover off all the time to
You
show
were
my
having
little brother.
relations.
I was having relations. I used to pull the cover off all the time and show my little brother the girl body, and he used to be saying, "He look, he was young, he used to sit there." So one day
Oh
I'm in the
my
house, I'm
God.
getting it on, Phil. I'm doing it, and I hear the door open, and I'm thinking it's my little brother.
My little brother.
So I pulled the cover off, and I'm
Oh
going
my
in, and I
God.
looked at the girl's face, and she's sitting there shocked, like hitting me, like, yo, my aunt was standing there. Boy, boy, boy. It was the most
Tore that ass.
embarrassing moment. No, she didn't beat me. You understand? She wanted to beat the girl because the girl was 18 and I was 15. And she knew the
Oh
girl because the
wow.
girl lived in our complex. So the girl,
Oh,
so she wanted to beat her ass because I was way younger than her, but I was tearing her up. So look, I sat there all day in the room, butt naked,
With that
shocked,
15-year
Phil.
old energy.
you
Shocked. When I say I
sat there
was
all day.
shocked, yo, I was
Were you
so
still on
shocked.
alert though? Were you still on
Huh?
alert? Like, were you still up when all of this happened,
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
did the
yeah,
boy
yeah. I
go
was shocked.
down? Like, the
Nothing
party's
went down,
over.
nothing, nothing. I put the cover over me, snatched it off of her. Mom was like, B, get up, put on your fucking clothes, get the fuck out of here before I kick your ass. So the girl jumped up, you know
Oh,
what I mean? Throwing her clothes already. I was sitting on the bed like this. My little brother was
oh
cracking
Lord.
up upstairs. He was dying laughing, yo. Like, you
He
got
didn't even
caught,
give
you
you the
got
heads
caught.
up. Like, auntie, come
All
here.
of my
Listen.
uncles praised me. My aunts was giving me the lecture. You know, it's STDs out there. You know, these fast girls. And I'm just like, your mom was like, yo, you got, yo, yeah, yeah, I heard you was tearing that up. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
But nah, son. But I just
Tearing
wanted
up
to
after
bother y'all real
15.
quick. Y'all was up
He
here
was
being
doing
real light
nothing.
skinned. You heard
Chilling,
me?
chilling.
Y'all was up here being real light skinned, you know? I would call
Look,
y'all
but they,
Ebony and Ivory, but I'm going to
Mo
call y'all
though.
Ivory and Ivory.
I
Mo,
really,
you you about a couple shades darker. You ain't that
Bro,
dark.
that's
I
what
am
I'm saying.
caramel. You see that? You see that
Look at
melanin?
this.
I am
Look at the shade in
caramel.
here.
I am caramel. Do you see that melanin? Huh?
Oh my
You see
goodness,
that good
Mo.
caramel? You know what I
Pause,
mean?
pause, pause.
Listen,
I'm
I'm in
tawny.
between.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm in between
I'm
chocolate and
tawny.
light skin. We the best.
He closer to light
We the
skin than he is
best.
dark
Right.
skin. Though. He
No,
closer to light skin
I'm
than
in
he is
No,
to
I'm
between.
in
dark skin.
between chocolate and light skin, so I'm
He
caramel.
closer.
It must be the
I'm
light. It
closer to
must be the
chocolate. I'm
light.
closer to chocolate. All right.
The
I
light.
don't do light
It's his
skin.
light that making him a little bit light skinned than you.
Yo, Phil, I don't even come out when the sun is up unless I'm at work. I don't do the sun. I don't do light skin. You your feelings right now. Don't cry.
It's okay.
Wait, y'all
Listen,
froze.
You can't hate me
that
But
because
is
I
I
know I
did.
okay.
changed the subject. What was your subject before I leave?
I
We
don't
talked
even
about
know.
we
Huh?
talked about
What?
truckers. We talked about truckers. We talked about people's more in
Truckers.
yeah. She was talking about a story in Florida where be love. Can you tell them?
The truck drivers are protesting because of the migrant law that DeSantis just signed. So they talking about they're not going to be bringing the goods. into Florida, like food and necessities, because in protest, because DeSantis just signed a bill basically that said that if you're a worker and you're undocumented, you can't work like anywhere. And so, and people are moving, like they straight up, a lot of people up in arms about it. So the truck drivers are basically protesting. What do you do, Mo, other than talk shit?
You know, I'm a
He got that
gynecologist.
on lock.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go with the
You heard
bullshit.
me? I'm a
is
guy.
that
I'm
your
a
white coat? Is
gynecologist
this
at
a
night.
he's a thugged out the gynecologist, y'all. Look at his
I'm a
white coat.
gynecologist, truck
He's about to
driver.
go
You
do
know,
an
I'm a
exam
jack of
right
all
now.
trades. So I can give you a pet smell. You understand?
I will
I
not be
clamp
going
it
to
up
your
and check it
clinic.
out.
That'll,
So, ladies, y'all need a gynecologist? Holla at your boy. Clamp it up,
Is
check it
the
out.
clinic in the back
You
of
know,
the truck? Is the clinic
yes,
in the
yes,
back of your
sir.
truck, Mo?
But my thing, I'm a
Mo,
truck
I
driver
need
too.
you.
I'm a truck driver. I'm in a truck now.
Right. Okay. Have
So
you heard
look,
anything about that?
not my thing with the immigration law is we're the only country, right, that allows this because we can't go to another country as Americans
Hmm.
and flood their countries and get all the perks that America is giving migrants. Now you got
Right.
people, women that's in the shelters being
Hmm.
forced out to
Right.
allow the migrants to come in.
Right.
Mm,
You're not even helping Americans
mm.
Hmm.
with the homeless crisis. But as soon as they
Right.
come, you want to force our people out and tell them to do what they got to do. But you want to cater to the migrants for the political aspect, and that's wrong.
Mm,
Take care of America first, because we go to any other country, they take care of their country first. They don't care about Americans.
that's a
And
fact.
anytime we say that, we're racist. No, America is struggling. We almost a third world country. Our dollar value them dropped.
Yeah.
We're struggling here. So how are you bringing more struggling people here to take our work? Let me tell you, in the trucking industry, you got 5 Mexicans on one truck
I was speaking about that earlier.
who's lowballing the loads. You understand? Me, I'm not driving to Florida for $2,000-3,000. It don't make sense
Right. Right.
because I got to take my 10-hour break. It's gonna take me longer to get there and back, and it don't make sense. But you got 5 Mexicans, that truck keep running.
Right.
So they're gonna take that load for $3,000. So the company's gonna give it to the Mexicans.
But
So the
don't you have
truckers
to
is
have
right.
certification? Hold on. Don't you have to have so it becomes about money more so than, it comes down to again who wants this. So you don't want to take the job to Florida because it's paying $3,000 for the
It
amount of
used to
time. To
be
you, it's not
from New
worth the
York,
time.
to Florida before the Mexicans got their CDL
Hmm.
and they got on a truck 5 deep and all of them sleeping a sleep up 5 deep. It used to be $8,000 to $10,000 to go to Florida. So you can afford that. Gas prices is up. When
Right.
you got a truck that nonstop, you can pick up bullshit routes. Cause I could go from here and then you could drive from Florida, from Miami to Mexico without that truck stopping. So you can pick up all that money on the way. You understand what
But
I'm
with the
saying?
documentation, yeah, I think that's the problem. There's two sides
Good
to
morning,
it, right?
evolution.
The part of it is, you saying get your documentation. Keisha Hall was just saying, she doesn't have a problem as long as they get their documentation. But even with their documentation now, they're still willing to take the jobs that people aren't willing to take. And my thing is,
And
okay, so
these
if you,
companies are getting wiser. My company, Coca-Cola, it's 3% black now. Three.
mm,
And this one gonna shock you. 2% white,
so what are they?
right? Look,
Right?
look,
That's
Mm,
three
that's
wow.
five
percent
percent
black,
Wow.
total.
2% white, right?
Wow.
So that's what, five
Five
percent,
5%.
and
Yeah.
95% Mexican and Spanish right now. Yo, they can't even
What
speak
you mean
English.
from a driver's perspective?
I'm talking about a company perspective because what they
Company
do now,
side
my whole company
is 95% Hispanic.
now is 95% Hispanic.
Wow.
My brother come in for a job with a degree. They'll find something in a loophole where he ain't qualified.
That been
Mm.
happening. Y'all can't blame that on Mexicans. No
No, I'm
offense.
just saying. Hold on,
That's
hold
been
on,
happening.
hold
I worked
on,
in corporate America
hold
for
on.
many
This is
years.
wait. But when you come in, you can't even speak English, but you're qualified for the job. No credentials, nothing, just with your CDL, but they're gonna give you the job automatically. Now I'm gonna tell you why. It's shit we won't do, and by labor law we don't have to. That they go under the table and do. And when the companies see them doing that, they take in all their referrals. Everybody is a
Mm.
bunch of cousins, uncles, so they all do the same shit. So by union law, I don't have to do certain things. But soon as they
But
ask
why
them
do
to do
that?
it, they're gonna do it. Huh?
I don't. I mean, I just have questions about that because if you guys are a union and you first of all normally in unions people don't really cross the line. Like if you're in a union, y'all all kind of stick together. That's the point of the union.
They
But they're
don't.
not. They're not though.
You
They're under
gotta
the table.
understand it's
Yeah.
stuck together now by race rather than union. So
Mm.
now if you're a boss, right? If well, okay, I'm a boss, you and Phil as an employee and my employees. You willing to wipe the toilet with your toothbrush because I asked you to do it. Phil say I'm not doing that. That's inhumanity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I say, okay, I'm gonna give you more work because you're willing to eat shit under the table. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Right.
I'm trying to say it
Right.
without saying it. You know what I mean?
No, I understand what you're saying, and I think it's just it's so messed up because when we're sitting here talking dollars and cents, and there's a human aspect to it. These are still people, right? And they're doing the jobs that other people don't want to do. That's always been the complaint for years. They do the jobs that other people don't want to do. Fine. In that, that means that there's a loss of jobs. But there's still people just trying to earn money,
I can
right?
no.
So
This
why
you
is it that they're
cannot bring
targeted?
you cannot bring your country morality to a country that's already made. See, even with the constructions, we used to get $35 to get out there an hour. You understand? When you would come and say, no, Papa, I do that for $10 an hour. You're changing the game. Now, New York, you can barely afford to live here.
Right.
So, because you're coming in here, 90 of y'all living in one apartment, so y'all can pay that rent. But
We
that
talked about that
man
the other
that has
day.
to pay his rent, you understand, can't afford that job no more because you made that job $10 an hour, which is a scale job, which is worth $35 an hour.
Mm.
So
Undercut,
now
Right.
they'll
underbid.
fire me and hire three of you. So you think that's morally right to
But
change
is
America's
that
economy?
but is that their fault or is it the people who are doing the hiring's fault?
No,
Like,
it's not because if you're a boss and somebody come, it's America's fault because the
because
rich people want to stay
I
rich.
have a I
It
have a
is their
policy of
fault.
you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for.
No,
So if
no,
I'm
it
paying
is.
somebody
It is.
$35
This is
an
why it's
hour,
their fault.
there's a quality to that work.
Okay, but this is why it's their fault. It's because they came and made that offer just to lowball you.
Hmm.
Instead of coming in and demanding what you getting paid, they want way less. Oh yeah, we take that. So now they're gonna look to get rid of you because we can pay him a cheaper rate. They doing that at Coca Cola now.
Yeah.
Get rid of the senior guys that's getting paid scale. The new hirees because of the contract, they get paid pennies.
It's
Yeah.
kind of is a double edged sword because from a business standpoint, it makes great business sense to pay as minimal as possible. But for
Mhm.
the average the human that's working the job, when you say about people being human, it's kind of messed up when you doing the job, you're doing a great job, and you're making a certain amount that you should be making that the union and or group that you with has hashed out with the company,
That's
and
what
then
they
you have people
told
come
for.
in you have people that come in that say, "Listen, you don't need them. I'll do this for less." Whether they speaking that way or doing it by way of just their availability to do it for a lot less, you actually
Right.
push out the good workers that you had before. Now there are certain jobs that they will come in and that you don't want to do and they'll do. We're not talking about that, but it's
Yeah.
the super undercutting of the jobs that people want to do that they've made livings
Now,
out of
Phil.
and
Now let me make sense of this so she can understand.
mm, mm.
Now we're contractual workers, meaning
Changing the
a
dynamic type
union,
shit.
a union job, they get work based off of contracts, right?
Hmm.
So I got three blacks, two Italians, one Irish, and 60 Spanish people, right? From another country, right? Now, the union now, the company now gets smart. I'm going to pay y'all less. You understand? Because they know the Spanish from another country want the job so bad that they assign that contract. So now we're outvoted, and the company know that. They want that job so bad because they ain't used to having them. So
Mm.
10, $15 to them is a lot of money.
A lot of
So
money.
now you
Yeah,
got
yeah. For a
60
lot of
guys
countries.
saying yes to a contract and then seven saying no. Who gonna win that contract?
Right. I
Yeah, because
understand
it
That's
that.
make
where they
better. It
come
make
in
it
fucked
make
up
better.
at.
Yeah,
And
it
I do
make a
want to
better
make, and I
business sense for the company. That's a fact. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so now we
And I
keeping
do
all
want to
our
make this
money, same amount of work, same this and that. You understand what I'm saying? And we're making more money on our back end and we're paying less. But then you guys are struggling because everybody at my job, like five or six of the guys live together. I live alone.
right.
I live by myself. So,
And
cause
I
you
want to
six
make
drivers live together, sharing rent, this and that, y'all can afford to pay $5 a piece.
right. I mean, I want to be clear when we talk about this because, someone in the comments made when we talk about immigrants, we're not just talking about Spanish people. There's
No, it's
all types of
all.
immigrants coming in from
Wait, hold on.
absolutely
I said
everywhere.
Spanish. Listen, shout my people too. West Indians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans. Y'all do the bullshit too.
Yeah.
Y'all undercut Americans all day. Y'all kiss a lot of ass and don't get mad because I'm Caribbean and I'm talking about my people. I
Right.
see a lot of
I
y'all
mean,
that I'll be like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah. Just because I wanted, I don't want it to seem like we're trying to
Yeah.
say
No, I
you
was
anything
just
you look
breaking
like you
my
for
from
job
anyone
down
yeah.
like
because that's what's happening at my company.
at your job. Yeah,
If you go to the
absolutely.
Bronx, it ain't nothing but Spanish people working in Coca-Cola in the Bronx. You barely find a black person.
Right.
Like, do black people qualify for this job? They got CDL.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it comes down to again,
I worked at
who's
Budweiser, Old
who's doing the
Dominion.
hiring.
I worked at Budweiser. I was the only. It was three of us, the only black guys there.
Mm.
And I seen mad
So
guys come in to interview, but they won't hire them.
so let's talk about this on another level because we're talking about it just from the work level and why people struggle so much with immigration. I go back to the fact immigration is not just about a job thing, it's a human thing, it's people, right? It's people's lives. And people are coming here because they don't have opportunities where they are to make themselves better. This country allows people to come here and make at least they say, a better life for themselves. I don't know, some of us here are struggling and we're from here. But
Yeah.
let's talk about New York City in particular, and Phil, you could chip in on the DC side. I'm struggling with the fact that these people are coming in from everywhere. They have nowhere to put them. There's no housing for them. They're misplaced, displaced all over the place. Nobody's monitoring the mental health part of it. When you don't have no money and you don't have a job and you don't have a place to live, that messes with your mental on so many levels, male and women. Even now, New York City, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. New York City is shutting down this volunteer led Port Authority program that welcomes migrants. And they're basically trying to centralize where these people can go for assistance. And it's really a mess. It is impacting the quality of life of New Yorkers. It's impacting the quality of life of these urban cities where they're just putting them on buses and dropping them off. When they first started doing that, when the governor of Texas and DeSantis started doing that, putting migrants on buses and planes and sending them off to different places, people were like, "How could they? How dare they?" But they were protecting the quality of life for their constituents. Now here we are in New York City, completely overflowed and overwhelmed. And now it's like Eric Adams is like, well, what do we do? Nobody wants to help us. The human part of us is saying, okay, we want to help because that's how we were raised and that's how we are. The other side of it is like, hold on, they taking the jobs. There's nowhere to put them. Everywhere you go, they all over the place. What do we do about that? And is it Does it put us in a bad space in terms of us feeling this way, like everything you just said,
You know why I
when they're
don't?
putting us
It's
in
a
a
rock. It's a
situation to
rock and
feel
a
this
hard
way?
place.
You,
It's a
you know
rock and a
why I
hard place.
don't?
Yeah.
Because you let me know what country, and I asked both of y'all, right? Y'all let me know what country we could ship a bunch of Americans to and say, yo, give them a living. You tell me what country they would allow that.
All right.
None that
What
I could
country?
think of.
Y'all just tell me a country that
None.
American
None.
citizens can get on a boat or get on a bus and go out there 20s of thousands of deep, and their government is going to give them shelter, give them food stamps, give them money, give them apartments, give them. You what country? What country y'all tell me we could get on? If it is, I'm leaving. Let me know. What the bus at?
None. Because when Trump
I
was running
don't
for
think there's
president,
none.
I remember a lot of people were saying, Trump becomes president, I'm moving to Canada. And I remember the president of Canada saying, y'all not coming here.
Y'all ain't coming here.
He shut down his borders to us and said, y'all not coming here.
America
So
need to
that's a
take.
valid point.
America need to worry about
About its own. About its own.
Americans, yup.
America right now. Because
So,
America, slowly but surely, even with the migrants, I ain't gonna call them they migrants, right? Not immigrants.
hmm hmm
They
Migrants.
call
they're
them
Yeah.
migrants
migrants.
or immigrants.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
migrants.
they're moving in to convert us into a third world country. Pay attention to what's going on. We're gonna be so broke that we're gonna convert into the countries they're running from because we don't have the access, we don't have the spacing, we don't have the living situation or the money for all these people they sending here. That's what happens in third world countries. They have babies, they this and that, they flood the countries, there's no assets, it's nothing for them. So by the time they flood us, we're not gonna have nothing. Nothing.
It,
Your dollar
it's
already ain't worth nothing. It
it,
devaluated. What your
yeah.
dollar is worth right now. The
That's
more
a
they
fact.
flood
It's
us, the less
75,
we're
80
worth.
cents.
it's a rock and a hard place. It's a rock and a hard place because you got some people that are really trying to make a better way. Some are trying to escape crime. Some are trying to broaden crime. Some are pushing agendas. But it's like even just for the people that are really trying to make a better way, it's still a rock and a hard place because it's like they're used to making pennies on a dollar. And so when they see come here and they see the possibilities of even making seven, eight, nine, $10 an hour, that's a lot
It's
of
a lot
money
of
to them.
money.
And then
And
there's sacrifice, like I said earlier. 10 of us
yeah,
can live together
live
when 10
together.
of us can't live together.
No,
They'll
we
do what we
won't.
did.
It's not that we
They'll yeah,
can't, we
they'll
just
We
won't.
won't live
yeah.
together.
Right. They do what we had to do at the time during right slavery and after slavery when it came to uh segregation,
Coming together,
etc.
Unit,
yeah.
yep.
Coming together. So, it's kind of like you want to applaud that because that's a good thing. However, like you said, it also affects the economy and affects the people that are from
Yes.
here that are trying to make an honest living, that aren't trying to get over or do underhanded stuff, that are really just trying to work hard and make a way. And DC is becoming like it's not there yet, but it's becoming almost priced out like New York is. New York is crazy
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
lot of the areas in New York for us to make an
Yeah.
average living to live in like small places. That's why I watch shows where you can't even call them studio apartments. Them shits are so
Yeah.
small. It's like a jail
And
cell,
you
the
know how much
size
they
of it.
cost? From
Man,
18 to $2,200 a month.
bread. Yeah, too much money. I'm like, what the? I was like, that's inhumane. That's
But you got
crazy.
five or six people, they can do that in one little apartment. They
Yeah.
put cots and I can't live. I have to be comfortable. So now because of what you're pushing in the economy, I have to spend more to be comfortable.
I used to do satellite installation and cable at the time, right? And we did this house in Hyattsville, Maryland, right? Nice little Rambler style house, but it had a basement, right? Full basement. You go in there, you saw a mattress in the living room, you saw a mattress in the dining room, and every room on the first floor had two mattresses in it. Downstairs, they took and made makeshift walls to make
Yep.
rooms for people. They took, I don't know where they found it, but electric stove tops. They found electric stove tops that didn't have the whole cabinet of a stove. They had it sitting on a wooden like little thing down in the basement. And I said, this shit here is ingenious. I said, and I asked them, I said, how much do y'all pay a
Not
rent? They said each one.
ingenious.
Man, listen, it is. It really is. Because they were
It's
paying between
never.
Well,
a
Phil, we
hundred. No,
call
no,
them hot
it
plate.
wasn't. Yeah, hot plate, but no, it wasn't a regular hot plate though. It wasn't regular hot. It was just the top. Like you go in houses that have electric stove tops, like big
Yeah,
stove. They
they
had
got them like that.
they
It's a
just
hot plate. They got them now
no,
like that.
no. It's just that piece of material. It was not the. It's not sitting on a case. It's not built into nothing. Like they took it off a real electric stove and what you call it, like Jimmy rigged it. But the reason why I say it's
Wow.
ingenious because they were paying like $100 to $200 a piece. They
Yeah.
had a whole house. They all going to work, and then what they do is they take a lot of their money and send it back, which affects the economy too. It takes the money out of the economy
Yep.
and send it other places.
A
Now, on the
lot of
one
people
hand,
sending it back home,
yeah, and on the one hand,
and then
it's to be applauded because you helping your family. But like I said, on the other part of that is you dealing with people that are from here that are losing out or missing out or you know being
Or
affected
just having
by
a
by
decent
this.
living.
one
Yeah,
thing that they did,
what impacts is a decent living. That's it. Like, it's not a matter
Mm.
of, I want to take away from you or you want to. There's plenty of jobs out here. There's plenty of things to do to make money. But when you undercut my living to Mo's point, so that you can live shallow and send it back to your country, so that I have to lose, do less than, that's where the problem comes in and where the angst comes in. Because people, there's so many jobs out here that I'm not doing. There's a lot of things that I am not
one
doing
thing,
that they are willing to do.
one thing I do applaud them with is that them 10 people, right? They buy property and they all pay for it together. Then they
Yeah,
buy another property and they all pay for it. That's one thing they do that I look so I applaud them. Like the guys on my job, like I said, they live together until each and every one of them own their own house.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
And
There's a
that's one
difference.
thing we don't do as a people. That's one thing I applaud them that they stuck together, bought a house, and that house turned into 5 houses.
And we
Hmm.
just
So they
talked about this on
sacrifice, live
Wednesday.
together, work together, pay the mortgage. That's one thing they do. When it comes to organization and organizing and sticking together, just like the Jewish people,
We were just talking about this on Wednesday. I
they
said we
That's
don't
a
want to
fact.
make no
definitely,
sacrifice.
That's a fact.
We out
our
here
That's a
people
pushing
don't
fact.
each other out
sacrifice.
the
But
door.
we live by the Jim Crow. We live by the I'm better than you. We live by the look, and that's the problem with our people.
That's
Yep,
a fact.
yep.
That's a
You
And I
fact.
buy a
think
mother.
that's why
Listen, you put a store in my neighborhood, right? The guy on the corner opened up a liquor store. I hear the excuses. Oh, we pay more as black. Cool, but I go down the block and buy a bottle of liquor from the Indians, $10. But because you got a black owned liquor store, you want to charge me $22.
right, right.
Now I know you're not getting it as much. You might be getting a couple of dollars more than what that Indian is getting it from. But no, but yeah, you telling me, yo, they charging me more. But as soon as you open that store, guess what you pulling up in?
Benz or
A Bentley.
I bet. Yep,
So
yep.
now, black,
And that's another
we
thing.
wanna, we want you to pay for our car, our house, our kids' tuition, everything all at once instead of residual. This is where black people go wrong in business. You understand?
Right.
Everybody
Mm.
say support
And we
black.
don't support one another. We don't
Yeah, but
support.
that's the
That's the other thing. We
listen,
do not support one
and
another.
that's a lot of reason why. Because if your sneaker store you selling them Jordans, black people just doing material because that's what black people praise. Your Jordans is $450. Well, our key Jordans is $230.
You
But
know
you
what?
want to
But
say support black.
you know what? On the one hand, it's greed, but on the other hand, it's because they're being priced out. Because I'm gonna give you a good example.
No, they do
It
get
was
priced out, but they're not getting that
because
priced out.
you want to know what industry they really getting priced out in the beauty industry with as far as selling products. These beauty supply stores. The
Yeah, the
Asians got
Chinese,
a
yeah,
lot.
The
They
agents got
got
it
them on
locked
lock,
down.
and they purposely overprice even the wholesale side of it on purpose to kind of persuade you not to want to get into it as a black businessman to,
Let me
to
tell
get
you what
those
my
what's it called.
homeboy did, Phil. My homeboy
Mm,
is a jeweler. He worked for a jewelry
mm,
shop for like 15 years. He
mm,
opened his own jewelry, right? He do his own jewelry, custom. He make it, right?
mm.
But get, and he makes money. Let me tell you why he make money. Because his representative is a Jewish young boy. They don't even know he owns it.
And it's sad it has to be that way. It's
And
sad
he
that it has
told
to
he
be
put,
that way.
yeah, I said, why you don't got your name on the shop,
Yeah.
this and that? He said, bro, the Jew, and I hate calling them Jews, Jewish people, because Jews sound like a racist word. He said
Mm.
Jewish people run the jewelry industry.
That's a
Jewish
fact.
people.
Yes, indeed.
The
He said
diamond
they won't
district,
even
all that.
let you buy blocks. They won't even let you buy blocks of gold unless you're Jewish and come in and negotiate them deals.
You
So
need a
he took his little
representative.
homeboy that he trained, who's Jewish, and his name is on all the paperwork. So he
Wow.
And
got
it's
smart.
smart. It's
Yeah, but
smart,
how
but
does
it's
that work
sad.
out?
It's
Because it
smart, but it's
happens to
sad.
your friend.
And it's crazy because a lot of y'all celebrities buy from his jewelry people because it's under another name, but a black man own it and he's young. You understand? I ain't gonna disclose his name because I want him to stay in business. But it's sad he had to do that. He got the same skill. He custom. He know how to cut the jewelry. This and that. He learned it as a kid working in the jewelry shop. So he had to hire a young, flashy, clean cut, European cut Jewish kid to
I
represent
think
it.
I know who you. I think I know who you're talking
No,
about too.
no, we ain't
I
talking
think I know it. I ain't gonna say it.
about.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say
He's
it. I'm
big.
not gonna say it.
He's big. He's very
Yeah,
big. But y'all don't know
yeah.
where he get his money from because nobody know his business.
No, not the black dude. I'm talking about the Jewish dude
I
that
The
he
think,
got.
Jews,
again, to this
The
day,
we
we
full.
y'all
still
I
probably
think
know him
I
because
know.
we
I think
he
still
got
have
a
to
popular
have
name.
he's all over
But
too.
y'all ain't gonna keep y'all.
we
It
still
was
have to
good
have a
talking to y'all.
we, thanks,
It's always
Bones.
fun talking to
Be
light skinned
safe.
people. You know what I mean? Y'all
Yeah,
still listen.
yeah.
Real quick, real quick.
See?
Real recognize real.
Look.
That's it.
I know the world. Listen, I know the world think light skin is played out.
Never,
Never.
I
We
know
have
the
never.
world
never
thinks since
played
Christopher
out. We
Williams,
always in style. We always in style.
since
No
Christopher
wildin'.
Williams, y'all ain't have a hit since Christopher Williams. Light skinned people.
We always
Long
in
as Big
style.
Phil speaks
We
is
always in
around, it's
style.
always gonna be in style.
Yeah, because all the R&B black, all the R&B male singers are dark skinned. You know, y'all ain't have one since Christopher Williams.
Oh no, we got a couple
The
out
rest
there
of them.
now.
Oh yeah,
Listen, we
Maxwell.
got a
Salute to
couple.
Maxwell, but he brown skin.
He your color.
And we get Eric Benet because he's mulatto. He's half white.
What? Become the
You
magic
always
trick.
come up with your W.
It,
Yo,
it come
Right.
we
to,
can't. Y'all cannot fully claim Eric Benet because he's mulatto.
We don't want to either, just so you know they can keep his ass. We don't want him.
And listen,
Next.
and you better never tell Queen Beyonce that she's light skinned. She'll get your head cut
We don't
off.
we listen, we don't care about
what
her
she thought
neither.
she was.
You heard?
She can get
Beyonce
rocks
is not
too.
light skinned in her head. She is a chocolate dark skinned queen in her head. All right?
Whatever makes you happy.
Listen, as
Whatever
long
makes
as
you
there's
happy.
a
You
big
you
Phil
think you
Spade.
chocolate. You light skin too. So if it makes you happy, we
Put
are
your
not
wait,
judging.
before I leave, put y'all fist up to the camera. Look at that. Look at the
Look
difference.
at these shades. Look at these
I ain't talking
shades
about your
right
I need
here.
some
suntan. Don't
sun.
show me the
I need
burn
some
part.
sun.
Look at
Yo,
I
these
need some
man, she gonna
sun.
show me the
I need some.
suntan. She gonna go like this. Look at the tan, Mo. Look.
what they claiming on there, Eric?
Show me behind your goddamn ear. It's light as hell.
Okay.
Cause you know
Lord
when a
have
baby is
mercy.
born, you can tell what complexion they're gonna be
By
By
the
behind their
the
ear.
ear.
right, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a fact.
That's
So
That's a
your
about
fact.
ears is light skin. All right.
Long,
listen.
long, long, long as there
Can't
is a
have
big
that
Phil
look.
speaks, there's gonna be proper representation and style and trend from the light scan. You feel me?
Light
I
skin
can't
and
kick
thin.
Capri. I get it. Yo,
That
yo, it was
part.
fun, y'all. Y'all have a
Thank you,
beautiful.
Pink.
And
Like
let
a
me say this:
like a
I am far, far from racist. It's morals
No.
and codes of conduct when it comes to the world. You understand?
Yeah.
I want everybody to come here and be free. But this is to
Right.
America. Stop lowballing us for y'all political bullshit. Because it's all a political thing.
that is. It's
Right.
all games. It's
The
all
more
political
we get
games.
them
It's a
in, the
Listen.
fact.
more they vote for us. That's all they worrying about. They're not worrying about economy. They're not.
Right.
They're not worrying about inflation. They're not worrying about none of that. They don't care if you starve.
They
Look at the
don't.
news the
I
other day
agree.
before I
I
leave.
agree with all of
The
that.
women was on there, Spanish, black, white, from the shelter. They tell them they got 24 hours to leave and find somewhere to live because they need the space for migrants.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
So you got
unacceptable.
American women that got to get kicked out of the family shelter to make room for migrants. So what you doing for America?
Mm.
Right. Agreed. Agreed.
That
That
woman
part.
was on the
We hear
news
you.
crying,
And we love your opinion.
crying.
And we love
All
your
right, I'm out of
opinion. And
here,
that's
y'all.
why we talk about it.
Get the figurity
Stay
out of
safe,
here,
sis.
bro.
Light skin ass, yo. These light skin people. Hey, yo,
Oh,
y'all
Hey,
he
brighter
want
man.
to
than
be
my teeth.
brown skin. He want to be brown skin.
You got him about it. Shout out to Moto.
Okay.
Hey, Shivalo. Hey, good morning to you.
AC
Hey,
Pink,
DeAndre, with your chocolate stuff.
Deidre.
I,
Hey,
I saw you say
Washington.
chocolate is in the house. I listen. I
Hey,
like everything
Ashley.
French vanilla. I like my women French vanilla, the deep dark chocolate mocha. I have no picks when it comes to the beauty of our sisters. You hear me? Understand that.
Yeah, but for
I
sure.
do need a tan, Tinky. I do need a tan, but this summer's gonna
It's an
change all
equal
that.
opportunity. Yeah, exactly. You need some sun, Phil, because I'm tired of him coming up in here calling us light skinned today. I just shut him
Oh,
down
he
real
gonna do
quick
that.
because I
He
got
gonna do that anyway. He gonna do that. He be trolling, but it's in fun. It's in fun in love.
you see me, Drew, of course. And you know what? I'm glad that we had that conversation. And for everybody in the comments, I love that we're able to have these conversations because it's stuff that we all think about and it's things that we talk about. Unfortunately,
Mm.
nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to come across in a certain way. But it's honest and it's your point of view. And I know that it is impacting every one of us every day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm glad that we're able to come. There's no hate here. This is an all love show. We
It's all
love
about
everybody.
dialogue.
This dialogue is talking, and even a vent spot. You know, like I didn't know that was going on within Coca-Cola, and that could go on within Coca-Cola because in my mind, I'm thinking this big corporation, they're not down with the shenanigans, but they are because it always comes down to profit, and it always comes down to their bottom line. And one of the things that I will say is it's not going to get any better anytime soon. You know, China at midnight called in their debt to about 5 different countries that could possibly bankrupt them.
Mm.
And it makes it scary because that's why people are running from their countries. And if we keep going the way we going, we about to be in the same damn boat. So I listen. What did that setup look like? I'm gonna need my own mattress somewhere with a little hot plate, Jimmy rig, making myself a little cup of coffee in the morning. Like Phil, where you at? I'm in the migrant center. Making my coffee because I can't afford to live anywhere. This is very scary. But let's see, check your local live and get jock. That's it. I need to change my profile, bro. Oh, I thought Phil was a little white man. Oh shoot, Trina said I thought Phil was a down white man, no cap. Oh
What? Wow,
yes, J
Trina.
man.
Damn it.
He got
Damn, Trina.
so. You
Damn it.
got it. You got it.
Damn it.
I love her so much. You know, Jay, man, I'm gonna be on a hot plate making some coffee and a little bowl of grits because that's all I'm gonna be able to afford. And it's so funny, even when you go to the supermarket now, I'm like oil, things that were used to be basic staples that used to get us by in the house. If there was nothing else in the house, there was bread, there was milk, there was eggs, there was tea, there was coffee. There
Thank you,
was
Trina.
grits. There was oatmeal. There was always something basic, not expensive, where if you wanted to eat some little peanut butter and jelly, a little tuna fish is like $3 to $4 a can, a little can. And I'm just like, it just makes you wonder, you know what I'm saying? If we're getting to a place where the restaurant freak is in the park respectfully. Thank you, WDH. I try to keep it classy. Because okay. Have you ever heard that before though, Phil, where people thought you were white?
In my presence, no. The internet makes me look a little lighter. The internet makes me look a little lighter. Now, these past couple years, because of the pandemic and all that, I've been
Not to
outside
your
less.
face.
No, no,
Well,
not in a bad way. Not like that. Meaning, people can obviously see that surround me can see that I'm not white. You know, when you
right.
see me, did you think I look white when you saw me?
No. I
That's what I'm
thought you looked
saying.
light skinned.
Now, I get a lot of Puerto Rican and Dominican or whatever, but
Right.
I've never gotten white. You know, you get the white jokes because you light skinned, but I'm actually probably the lightest I've been since I'm a little kid because of not, being in the sun as much as I used to or whatever. But this summer that's about to change or whatever.
You
So,
need some
yeah.
vitamin D. Pause. Um,
Pause. Related to Sean King, the journalist.
listen.
Yeah, I need a
Okay,
little
so
sun in my life.
yeah, here's what I know. Light skin ain't never going out. It ain't never going out. We always in style. I'm just joking. I thought you would have black. What is your what is your nationality,
Black,
Phil?
black,
Wow,
black.
you 100% black?
I mean, down the tree, I got Native American, Creole. I think there's some German or something down the line or whatever. But yeah,
Which line? The male
my
line or the
mother's
female line?
both sides. My mother. There's more light skin on my mother's side of the family. My mother's light skin, and my father's real dark skin or whatever. My
Oh,
father and
okay.
his family, most of that. Yeah, yeah. So I got a picture of my mother and father on my page somewhere.
Okay. We got to go
Y'all
check
can see
Phil's family
see my
tree.
lineage, but nah, no, no,
Okay.
no. That's
They
funny.
say you are what your father is. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
Like my
I am
father.
what I say I am.
Okay. So be appropriating over here. My father is
J
West
Man said there's
Indian.
two white people somewhere. You say your father's what?
My father's West Indian from St. Thomas, and my mom
Okay.
is Puerto Rican. But my mother was dark skinned Puerto Rican. Like my mom looked, she could pass it for black. My
Yeah.
father was very Indian, fair skin, and he had very straight, hair. So that's why I'm kind of like I still feel like I'm missing a shade or two. I'm like, where my color is? Why y'all jip me? Why y'all trying to make life harder for me? But ultimately,
Not Mr. White folks, night rap.
them and hoes, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Thank you, man.
And I don't look as light in person, Keisha. I don't. I mean, I'm still light skinned. I can't get away from that. But I don't look as
Right.
pale in public. I mean, in person.
Has your skin color ever impacted a business opportunity or like a work opportunity professionally?
Nah.
I know that sounds wild, but like
No,
people like when you were saying,
when I grew up, I even broke out of the light skin, dark skin thing early because I wasn't a timid light skin person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
not a timid
You
light skinned
know,
person.
yeah, so they give certain personas or images to light skinned people. I wasn't never that. I've always been kind of popular. As a kid, I was hella mischievous, and I ain't had no problem with fighting whether was gonna win or lose. You know what I'm saying? If I knew I was gonna win, I'm picking something up, busting you. Yeah, listen, I'm just different. But I was the little light
He's
skinned
a
kid that
violent
the
light
older
skin.
kids. I was
We
the little kid that they would get to go fight other
we
little kids
know.
when I was little at a time. But
Oh,
yeah. So and I grew up in the '70s, so light skin, dark skin thing was a thing back then. It really was.
it was a
And
thing for sure.
yeah, so you know I guess you could say in that way I earned a certain respect early, but I never carried myself like I thought I was better or that I looked better or this that, and the third because of skin tone or nothing. If you like me or dislike me, it was because of who I was, who you got to know, who you end up meeting. The person that I am. Other than that, listen, I get along with everybody, you know what I'm saying, as long as you ain't being disrespectful or whatever the case may
Disrespectful.
be. Yeah, but if I came in the room, my skin didn't make way for me, my presence did, or my mannerisms or my charisma, or whatever, made room for me. Not this, because
Right.
this don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. You know, I am what I say I am. You know, I'm a okay ugly
Right.
fella, but you know, I still move around like tigers.
I am
Salute
too. I
y'all.
say I is. That's so funny. Um,
Phil
I
Del
don't know. It's just
Castro.
interesting because Okay, Phil Chavez.
Phil
Oh Lord,
Chavez.
gangster Phil. Philly was different. Lord, they putting you everywhere. You just an old immigrant right now. Philly Billy, Gary Owens, that guy in the hood grew up.
No, we had one. We had one of them. We had one of them. We had one of them. Couple of them. But you know, yeah,
It always
nah.
was. It
And you know
always
what's
was.
crazy? There were some light skinned dudes that had the nickname, you know, white boy or whitey. I never had that. They used to call me Reds or things of that nature or whatever. I never. Every now and again, somebody say, "Yo, you ain't over no white." Nah, never. But this
I
internet
don't know
got
that
people
you could.
thinking that they know me, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that you could deny that. You are light skinned, but you're like an obviously black person with.
What the hell happened?
I had a
What
phone
happened?
call.
Be love?
Um,
Oh, okay.
I had a phone call. My bad. Um, yeah. So I don't know. People just make assumptions about you. They don't know anything about you. I Jamaica to me everything that's African American inside. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because my big joke is they don't kick me out of the Puerto Rican club. I'm like, they don't want my ass. And people be like, why they don't want you? I said, well, let me run down the list. Number one, I don't date Puerto Rican or any kind of Hispanic men. Negative. Number two, I don't eat pork. That's a complete strike right there. How dare I not eat pork? The number three, I don't know how to make arroz con gandules. I know how to make a lot of things, but I do not know how to make Spanish rice. Those three things right there kick me out the club. They don't want me back. They like we not
Damn.
interested.
My kid's mother that lived with me, that aunt used to make
Hmm.
that, and she ain't even Puerto Rican.
Okay. And it really is just a cooking thing, but it's in terms of like learning, but I don't know. I for me, I'm socialized a certain way, and I'm really proud of my upbringing, and I'm proud of the way that I am, and it is what it is. You can't put me in any bucket, and I won't let you. So you could try, but yeah, your little mischievous self would have come in my class giving trouble. Yes, yes, he would have.
At a time, good trouble though, good trouble.
Yes, he would have. One thing I did want to talk about, for my travelers, this is kind of like a subject change, but since we're talking about going country to country, as somebody who loves to travel, I haven't been international in many years. I do know that when I did go to Paris, they do treat Americans a little bit suspect. Especially if you don't speak the language. So as bougie as we are here, and we be turning our nose up on people like, you learn that language. They do it to us too in other places. But for my travelers, they are now building an intercontinental train from Paris to New York City, traveling through Siberia. I think that that
International
is
train.
train
I would never
traveling.
want to take that.
What? It's a
I would
long
never.
ride.
Not just
Why?
that, but but the terrain, like going through Siberia too, where the weather gets so treacherous. I don't even think that would be smart.
No, you don't want to be the
Have,
first one to try it out.
have not even the first, not even a 100,000th.
Let me ask you something, because you know there's
Have at
already
it.
people on the moon. If they came to you and they were like, Phil, we want to take you into space. All costs are on us. You get to go into travel into space. Would you go?
Not after I know they've had enough flights and enough sound missions that got them there, and people was all right. I don't
They
need to
have.
pioneer that one. I don't need to.
But they
No, not like
have.
that. Not like
We
that.
had a
Not recent
pioneer.
years. Not recent years. Listen, I don't have to be the first for that. Listen, we all in the marathon, but I'm gonna take my time and walk it out.
I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like I need to go anywhere. The highest I need to go is what, 20,000, 25,000 feet in the air. I don't need to go to space. I don't need to see what's going on out there. I don't need to. Now, with this train from Paris to New York, I think that I would like to check that out. I think that that would be so dope to be able to travel through many countries. You're
From
going to go through different
Siberia.
weather changes. The views will be incredible. Could you imagine the untouched views in these places where there's no skyscrapers, there's no crowdedness? I think it would be really dope.
So I'm trying to think, where would they cross the water at, and how
No,
would they provide that infrastructure to make this happen? Or are they going underwater with it? Like it
I
just
don't
seems like
know.
a recipe for disaster to me. It's
I don't know.
possible,
As
but
long
it
as it's
seemed
not
like a recipe for disaster.
like I've taken the train from London to Paris when and it was an absolutely beautiful experience. Even now I believe they're trying to build a train from Vegas to California. I'm going to be in Vegas next month or in July, and we won't be able to take the train, but I would take that train. Keisha, would I take the train from PA to Cali? I don't think so. I think that it would probably be a nice view, but if and none of these Amtrak track trains are fancy enough for me to be on there for 3 to 4 days, because that's how long it takes, 3 to 4 days.
Well, they got sleeper cars. They
And
got sleeper cars where you can stretch out, and actually you don't have to be sitting up the whole time. But I don't know.
I know, but it's
That
just,
is a
and
long
these
time.
trains be falling off the damn track. Are you crazy? These trains been
But
straight
you talk
falling
about
off the
taking a
damn
train from
track.
Paris. You talking about taking a train from Paris to New York, and Siberia gets to,
Yeah.
what, 100 below 0. How are they gonna facilitate keeping these
I'm
tracks
gonna
right?
get my I'm gonna get my goose down, get my
That ain't gonna
views,
save
get
you.
my underwear,
That,
be out there, get my
yeah,
quick pick real quick. I'm in Siberia,
yeah,
bitches. And then I'm
yeah,
right back on
yeah, yeah. Nose half black from frostbite. You gotta get it cut
Oh,
off.
nah, I
You
listen,
get an
it'll be a
actual room on
fancy
the train.
experience.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
You know what? Maybe I should make that a road trip and record it. Like maybe I should do that kind of trip. I'm going from PA to Cali. I'm gonna record the whole experience. Knowing me, because I'll jump off a train in a minute, not a moving train. But I will jump off at a stop and be like, I'm good at this, y'all. We good over here. This is where my road. But I'm gonna look into it, Keisha. I'm gonna look into it, and I actually may just record the whole thing, just to see what it's like, because you never know. It could be an experience. That's what they used to do back in the days before there were planes. They took the
Train hopping.
train.
Yeah, train. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. I'm just saying that why would we have to? But if it's an experience, I will be the guinea pig for it. I think we'll make it a whole situation. Traveling to
And
Cali.
I wonder if it's going. I
Let's see
wonder
how that goes.
if both situations, the PA to Cali and this train that you talk about from Europe, are they going to be like Acela type trains where they go hella fast and actually accelerate the travel so that it's not as long? Thank you, Trina Pink. I appreciate you. Love is love.
Oh, so sweet. Thank
I really wonder if they're
you.
going
Probably
is it going to be expedited
visited.
travel? Huh?
Well, I'm a little afraid of this. I'm a little afraid of all of those trains that go super fast, because that just means a really big. Should they fall off the train, off of a track? You know what I'm saying? I know I shouldn't be thinking that way, but that's how I think. I'm like, you traveling at
If
100 miles per
the
hour.
train jumps off the track, pick it up, pick it
I
up.
can't. I can't. I can't. I've probably visited about 30 states in the US. I've been to a
Damn, I
lot
would
of
have to.
states.
Yeah, I would have to think about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Some just going in and out, like just going in for
Georgia,
business meeting, coming back out.
Indiana,
But some that where I've actually like
Delaware,
stayed to
New
check it
York,
out and
Jersey.
sightsee. So I like to travel. Thank you so much,
Right.
Trina. We appreciate
Wow.
you. Look at Phil
Maybe
counting on
20.
his fingers
I
too.
know. I'm trying to think about it. Maybe
Like
20 something. Yeah, carry the one, minus the three. You know.
3, 6. I've been to 60. No, but Here we go. We getting ready to hit that 10 minute to the 10 o'clock mark. What a great show. Like, what another amazing show. Love you guys. Love
Always.
talking to you. Phil, what you got going on this weekend? Anything good?
Ah, Feel the Love Friday tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel. This
Yes,
weekend,
sir.
I believe, maybe a basketball tournament.
Okay.
Um, Other than that, not too much going on this weekend. Not too much this weekend. Um, another day,
Okay.
another
You gonna be
dollar.
trolling
Another day.
trolling those internet streets. Phil, he be
I,
doing the late
I
night
don't be
runs,
trolling,
y'all.
but
He he be
I'll
up
be
on these.
patrolling.
Yeah, yeah, okay. He be trolling these streets. He be up till 4 in the morning. And I'm like,
5 o'clock in the
boy,
morning. But
I'm on my third
I
ring.
fall back from that a lot because that'll have you sleep out of whack and have you all jacked up. So
Then we got Phil sitting here in the morning. He like, and I'm like, yo, so it's late, huh? So he was up late last night, huh?
I'm up late, up early. Listen, get mad and get to it. That part,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm. That
part,
part.
that
Well,
part.
listen, I'm gonna be. I don't have much going on this weekend. I'm gonna try to get some rest. I'm for sure, gonna be planning for next week's conversations, looking at news, seeing what's going on. I just want to let every one of you guys know how much I love you. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll be right back here Monday at 8 a.m. Talk that ish with my co-host. Make sure you guys check out Feel the Love Fridays tonight with Phil and the beautiful Evolution Brooklyn. It gets spicy, y'all. Hedonism one, just one. But you don't want to miss it. 8 o'clock right here. I always say, love God, love yourselves, stay blessed. Your girl be loved is out here, and so I'll let my co-host go ahead and roll us out of here.
We, you know how I say. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, smile because you never know what it might do for somebody.
Hmm.
More importantly, yourself. And with everything going on in the world today, it's more important now than ever to love on somebody on purpose,
Perfect.
with purpose. You hear me? Till the next time we can chop it up and have a tater tay. Until that day, we'll holler. You feel me? We out.